Winter has claimed the shoreline of Babine Lake. Where once there was sand, there is snow. Snow draped over rocks, snow bruised against heaving ice floes, snow falling on blackened open water. Mist rises from the dark lake, drifting up to meet a lowering cloud. Unlikely at this time of year, sunlight filters sideways through the trailing, frozen vapors. The lake is heavy with cold. The waters undulate, waiting the inevitable hardening that will come within weeks. Winter locks down Babine Lake with threats that, this time, it may be permanent. The falling snow softens everything it passes over, including the birds. The dangerous transitions between open water and ice in the mouth of the river become blurred. The 5 swans move through the thickening water, made ghosts by the snowflakes. The 3 white adults butt against the edges of the ice as if to push back winter. The 2 brown immature birds are acquiring adult white as snow builds up on their backs. They cruise back and forth, fading in and out of the blizzard. Then heads alert to danger, despite the muting effect of the snow. The magnificent wings unfurl, shedding the weight of the wintry coating. Their movements are in unison, a long, low whoop, whoop, whoop. They mount through the storm, protesting the encroaching hardness. The wolf moves across the far end of the frozen swamp. It is just within my line of sight. It moves swiftly from willow clump to dogwood stand. How can there be a wolf half a mile from our house? It's too big to be a coyote, too wild to be a dog. The Tatchet Indian Reserve across the river dissolves behind the scrim of the falling snow. The open expanse of frozen swamp between me and the wolf shows no hint of the nearby civilization. The smart thing would be to retrace my steps back to the shoreline. Instead, I trudge across the untracked swamp, through bent brown reeds on the shore. I scramble through the willows up the bank. The path that skirts the swamp hasn't been used this winter except by animals. I follow it to the spot where I first sensed the wolf moving into my world. The tracks are there, bigger than a dog, long toenails dragging in the snow. A wolf in Topley Landing, in my world. The woods are lovely, dark, and deep. That's the beginning of the last verse in the poem by Robert Frost, Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. He describes the falling snow, to watch his woods fill up with snow, and his location, between the woods and frozen lake. A poet's job is to encompass a scene or thought in a few perfect words. Not being a poet, I rely on others' words to capture perfection from a walk in my snowy woods. But wait, maybe Robert Frost's woods are not exactly like mine. Does he have dogwood twigs straightened red against the snow? Whitened willows twisting in tough tangles? Fir trees drooping under snowy burdens? Besides, Robert Frost writes about death. My woods are just sleeping. The intersection is filled with snow, and the snow is filled with tracks. The intersection brings together the trail, wolf-traveled and tree-sheltered, and the landing, machine-traveled and people-sheltered. The wolf does not come here. He doesn't follow the moose as it moves from the trail through the intersection to someone's yard. The dog follows the moose and other dogs. The dogs all follow the spruce hen, who should know better than to move away from the trail, but never does. The skiers follow the snowmobiles, superior in their freedom, but preferring the comfort of the machine's tracks. The snowmobiles follow the four-wheel drive's fading ruts. Through it all, my tracks follow behind me, filling behind me, winter reclaiming my passage along Babine Lake.